Good morning. Are your ambitions aligned with Jesus? The readings give us a lot of light today. And we had wonderful light here a moment ago. I already did the Instagram because the light was so tempting. I didn't have my gimbal, and then it would be too rocky if I did it on Facebook. And it's good to share around the glory with the Instagram a little bit. The light was absolutely fabulous. The reflections, the intensity, the reddish character. It was amazing. But I think we still have some wonderful light for us here this morning, especially from the readings. It's red light in a way. Hey, stop a moment. Consider where your passions are. What's burning inside of you. And we see the disciples very angry with James and John because the passion burning inside of them was to take the first places. And like Jeremiah the prophet, who is in danger of his life because he's speaking God's word, and he's praying for the people, and now the people are against him, even though his life was serving them. And this is very much the pattern of Jesus' life. And these texts go together in this way. They're very intentionally brought together. Look at the way this sunrise brings together these spaces in front of us. Not sure if we can get in there well. Where the birds are flying, there are different layers of light, and that are just very suggestive. I hope the camera is relaying them well to you. So as Jeremiah is being betrayed by his own people, while he is serving their best interests, so as Jesus, who is going to lay down his life in Jerusalem, on his way to Jerusalem, his own disciples are jockeying and lording it over each other. And this is what has to change in our world. When we are lording it over other people, things go wrong. Because we're made in the image and likeness of God, who doesn't lord it over us, but he gave the whole world to us. The whole cosmos, our strengths and abilities, our resources. But we take ownership of it, something that he has given us. And then he comes and invites us into a partnership with him. But it's a partnership of service like he does, a partnership of humility like he does. And then very much in the concrete case of Jesus, it's going to end up in crucifixion in a month's time. We will be celebrating the Holy Week mysteries, the days of Jesus, the end of his life. This is the pathway. And yet James and John are coveting the first places. They're lobbying with their mom. Then we have the other disciples really angry with them and complaining. And Jesus going the path of humility, the path of self-offering for us. And when I look at parents, I would say most parents, even if they're not religious, and in different communities of faith, isn't this the way they live? They work to provide for their children. They work hard to provide a home, to provide the food, to provide the education, and that all the young person needs to thrive in the world. And maybe for parents it's very humbling or humiliating even when the response of the children. And to be able to walk with Jesus in that walk of still giving and still serving and still working hard and enduring headaches and troubles and difficulties, and still working and still persevering and still going the path of our own Via Dolorosa, our own way of the cross, through illness, through difficulties. This is the path of greatness. This is the path of laying down our lives to build up one more person. 2 or 3 children, 5 children, 6 children. To help a spouse who might be going through interior difficulties we can't even fathom. To help a neighbor who's in great need. This path of service, a path of love, a path of humble kindness. This is where Jesus invites us to go, and we can be walking already this path during Lent, along with the disciples, the whole community of disciples around the world, growing with him day by day. People, let's align our lives, our desires, our ambitions with the Lord's path, with the way he shows us, the way he not just shows us, but he does. He walks from the creation of the world for our good, and all the work of revelation and redemption to bring us out of our difficulties. God bless you. See you later, alligators.